Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Crystal Barrett's May I Scraplift You, where we'll all be scraplifting someone to create our layouts. And today on the list is Mel Walkden of Mel W Scrapping, and this is the layout I picked of hers to scraplift. I do have two pictures instead of one, so it is going to take up a little bit more space, but I'm going to add several things that she used. These are my two photos, and I do have hexagons. She has hexagons on her layout, and I'm showing there I am missing a die. Yeah, and I can only cut out so many because I couldn't find the die. But I will work around that. I am pointing out some of the dies I was planning on using, and I use my chicken wire die and these memory box alphas with the wood grain. I did use wood grain paper plus the dies, so they all have dimension. I will use one of the rub-ons from there, and that packet with the smaller rub-ons, I forget all about it and don't use it. I pulled out not the oxide, but the regular distress ink for um, the honey one. I know it has another word that goes with it, but at the moment I cannot think of it. It has been a while since I used this one. It is a darker yellow, almost an orange. It looks pretty orange on the lid, but it's really a mix, right in between the two of them. If I pressed harder with my brush, it was darker and closer to orange. I cut out the alphas for my word fun twice and layered them together, but then I glued them onto black and fussy cut around them so I'd actually have a black line that showed, because when I laid it against the paper, it kind of blended in and I wanted it to show up more. And the chicken wire is black, so I went ahead and made black behind it. Since I wanted country fun for my title, I had to make sure my country was going to fit on here. It's kind of long for the space that I had. My photo takes up quite a bit of space. Photos take up quite a bit of space. So I wanted to make sure I had room for it and went ahead and put my title down. And it barely fits there. I mean, I don't think I could have put my title up any higher and been very happy with it. Uh, she has the chicken wire in a couple places on her layout. And so I put it in a couple places of mine. Mine's bigger, but I think I cover up way more than she did. I don't think she covered up any of hers. So uh, it's a good thing mine is bigger. I cut out these hexagons. And like I said, I misplaced a die and could not find it. And I thought, well, I'll just have to work with what I have. And I wanted the colors. I really would have liked to have the black plaid, the darker, over the whole thing, but I cut out the pieces that I had in my scrap of the black plaid, and then everything else kind of looks on the gray side. Oh, and I had one left over after I was doing that I thought, well, I just don't have a place to put it. And so it is going down there under my fun. I had these little extra pieces. Oh, I'm going to put them on here somewhere. So I'm working on finding a place for both of them. And I do. I do find a place for both of them. I forgot to mention this is 49 and Market Countryside. I don't have the whole collection. I have several of a couple of the same papers that I really liked a lot. And then some laser cuts. My mind was going blank for a second there, but there are laser cuts. I cut out this Echo Park um, viewfinder. It's not the smallest one Echo Park had, but you can tell it's not very big. But there is one smaller than it, and I really wasn't planning on using the other half on this layout. But then I get this idea to put it up on the upper left-hand side of the photos, and so yeah, it makes it on the layout. I was going to just add the flower, and I thought, well, I got tickets over there. I can add a little bit of yellow and red down here with the tickets and the flowers. So that's what I am doing. And then the leaves I'm using, I cut out of one of the backings from, it might have been the laser cuts, but it was the packaging. Oh, here, I found my die. It was under everything else in that tray. I don't know how it ended up in the tray, but y'all know I was the only one here, so it had to be me. I was doing the happy dance for sure. I thought I'd use that film strip there under the word fun. I even cut a red one out thinking I'd use the film strip under the word fun, but I forgot about using the film strip under the word fun. So it is as it is. And looking at it now, it may not have worked out very well anyway. I am going to add a flower down there and a few leaves from that little strip of branches and kind of dress it up a little bit. I wanted to use this little fragment of words, phrase words, but I thought I'd kind of put it in with part of the title, making lasting memories, country fun. But it's going to go up there at the top because, as I mentioned before, I did not have a lot of space and it just did not make it down there. Hell, those little tiny white things, they end up everywhere when I take them off the foam tape. They kind of stick to everything, static cling kind of stuff. And so you might find some when you see the photos on occasion. I've seen them on the photos on occasion because, that, like I said, they just end up everywhere. I decided to add some black behind this. I thought, well, it looks kind of, plain Jane, and black would be another layer. And y'all know I love layers, so I added black behind it. And I thought at first I just gonna lay them on the flowers. However, the space wasn't quite as wide as I would have liked it, so it fit perfectly at the top of the chicken wire. Since that one was the tiniest bumblebee, I put it over the edge of the viewfinder so it'd show up just a little bit more. And I am going to throw a little bit of greenery and part of a branch of the little red flowers too. And I think that'll be it. So while I'm doing that, I want to mention that down there below you'll find the master link for the playlist that Crystal created. So lots and lots of fun down there. You just click on that one link and you get to see, well, it's over 100 videos now. And they just keep coming and will to the end of the month. Today's layout is day 8. And I've done one for every day so far, a whole week's worth. I don't know about doing a whole month's worth. I've got a lot going on the rest of the month. So just fingers crossed that I'll get one here and there. But there's the little cluster with the cute little tickets. Oh, they're just adorable. And the flowers, of course. And there's the title with the country fun and the little, I think they're poppies. I'm not 100% sure, but they kind of remind me of them. They might be wild roses. They might be. They kind of look like that too. So yeah, but they're pretty anyway. And there's that cute little bee. I do have 3 on there though. So yeah, she put bees on her layout. So yeah, I have bees on mine. So quite a few things I pulled from hers. And yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this, and her layout is just as cute as it can be. And I remember her making it. It's been a little while, but I do remember her making it. But thank you all so much for joining me today on this layout. And be sure to check out the link down there below. Have a happy scrappy week. Bye.